read it in this. The Most High says, I will without telling it to my prophets first. So he already told it to the prophets, I'm going to do this. This is what's going to happen. This is how it's going to happen. It's going to when it's going to happen. And the second covenant will not happen until I come back the second time. And then I will place the laws in your heart. And David will come back too. It's in here. But everybody will not be in Zion. They teach that we all going to be kumbaya and everybody. In the city of Zion, everybody will not be in there. There's punishments to be handed out. Obadiah lets you know that Edom will not live. They will not exist anymore. They ain't gonna be. They're gonna be dust on our feet. They will not live in neither any of their seeds. Ribaya, you got a potty? Yeah, he has the potty, y'all. And also, give mom just like 30 seconds, baby. Let me put some music on for the people. I'm coming. Oh, you got a potty. When he get the bring my head, y'all, you got a potty. I know, baby. I know. Bad mama. Let's see. Glorify y'all's name. Here I come, poop. Here I come. If he pee on the floor, it'll be my fault. It will not be his. But also, in Obadiah, it says who gets what, when, and where. It tells you what's going to happen to the Edomites, what's going to happen to Joseph, what's going to happen to and you remember, Joseph is Israel. So that's the other 10 tribes. He said what's going to happen to Judah and what's going to happen to Benjamin. He's going to tell you where we're going to be at and where everybody else at. So you cannot mess this up. Why? He gave us the information. I'll be right back. And then don't play, it's just gonna play. I'll be right back. Take this fucking pie. Whoops, this away. right, y'all, I am back. I don't know what happened while I wasn't up here. You give my dog. Here, you got water, you got this. Let me get back to teaching. Let's read Obadiah so we can find out that everybody will not be in Zion. Let's clear up some truth. So I'm assuming it didn't play because I see your report on there and I didn't hear no music when I came back up. So, whew. Y'all, let's read Obadiah. Let's read what happens to Edom. And put this back on the charger. Let's read it. The book of Obadiah. I'm going to read the whole thing. I'm just doing what y'all told me to do. Because again, I'm going to tell you, you will not have access to any of us pretty soon. That's about the end. But like I said, you should know this by looking around the world, what's going on. But we need our articles. We need our articles. These are our articles. Art scrolls, articles. Let's read all of Obadiah. And it's only one page, Obadiah. There's no front, there's no back, it's just one page. And Obadiah reads, the vision of Obadiah, thus said the Most High Yah, the Lords of the heavens and earth concerning Edom. We have heard tidings from the Most High, and a messenger has been sent among the nations, saying, arise, and let us rise up against her for battle. Behold, I have made you inferior among the nations, and you are very despised. The weakness of your heart has misled you. You who dwells in the clefts of the rocks in lofty abodes, who says in his heart, who can bring me down? Even if you raise your nest like an eagle, or if you place your nest among the stars, I will bring you down from there. This is the word of the Most High Yah. If these have come upon you, the plunder of the night, how utterly are you cut off? Would they not steal only until they had enough for themselves? If grape harvesters would come to you, would they not leave over gleanings? How has Esau been searched? His hoards revealed. All the men of your covenant escorted you until the border, and the men at peace with you misled you and prevailed over you. Those who eat your bread made a wound in your palace. There is no understanding in Esau. Behold, on that day, says the word of the Most High Yah, I will eradicate the wise men from Edom and understanding from the mountain of Esau. Your mighty one is to the south. Your mighty ones to the south will be broken, and so that every man will be cut off from the mountain of Esau by slaughter. For the oppression of what? Of Jacob. They will be cut off. Why? Because of the oppression of Jacob. Disgrace will envelop you, and you will be cut off forever, Esau. On that day that you stood from afar, on that day the strangers captured the wealth. So there were strangers, meaning they were not Hebrews. They were not Hebrews. These people were not Hebrews. and they took the wealth of Jacob. Esau stood and watched this happen. Did not help his brother. Did not help his brother. Remember, Jacob and Esau are twins. He did not help his brother. He allowed somebody else to take from his own brother. Arriba, good boy. Good boy. He's a good boy, remember. Arriba, good boy. So he says, for the oppression of your brother, Jacob, disgrace will envelop you, and you will be cut off forever. On the day that you stood from afar, on that day that strangers captured Jacob's wealth, and foreigners came to the gates and cast lottery on Jerusalem, you too were like them. You were, Edom helped. This is why Edom shall not and cannot be redeemed. There will be no more Edomites living on earth after that great day judgment. When the Most High Yah shows up and shows out, like Malachi says, when the Most High Yah appears, who cares about it? There will be no more Edomites. So in the new kingdom, the bloodline of Edom will no longer exist. So everybody that will be left on earth will be Shem, small portion of Japheth, and a small portion of Ham. That's who I'll be left. No Edoms. Now, it says, you are like them, Edom. Gaze not on the day of your brother, the day of his estrangement. Rejoice not over the children of Judah on the day of their destruction. Do not expand your mouth. Don't open your mouth against them. Don't they do this to us all the time? Why do you think they ain't gonna get saved? I keep telling y'all, keep your mouth shut. If you ain't sure, if you ain't prayed, if you don't know, let me turn the air on. If you don't know if I'm, see Jacob, I'm an Israelite. Instead of opening your mouth, he said, don't you expand your mouth. He said, don't you expand your mouth. Because see, I'm telling you what y'all showed me. Y'all showed me I am Ephraim. Y'all showed me I am Levi. Y'all showed me I am Naphtali. He showed me. He showed me what it looked. He would tell me a dream, go look here, go look at that, go look at this, and I'm going to tell you where you came from. Who you is. You want to know who you is and who you ain't? That's how I know who I am. Because I asked. At Jeremiah 33, I called on Yah, I asked him, and he showed me. You can do the same thing too. You can do the same thing too. I ain't did nothing special. I did what he told Jeremiah to tell us to do. Call his name and ask him. And if you're sincere about it, if you humble yourself, he will answer you. That's all you got to do. Because you got to stop depending on traditions of man and find out what thus says the Most High Yah. Now, I'm trying to clean up. I'm going to be all over the place on laws, on information. Yah is guiding me. I'm just a vessel. He's guiding me to show y'all what you were lied to about. If you don't want to believe, y'all, that's between you and y'all. But again, it says a remnant only going to be saved anyway. Remnant is the least amount of people, not the majority. Remnant is the least amount of people, not the majority. Out of 1 billion people, if 30 million people were saved, ain't that least? And then y'all got to remember that some of our ancestors made it. They kept the law and they kept it righteously. And they a damn lie when they said nobody kept it. Yes, they did. It's about 30 something people just in this book. That ain't the ones, these are the ones that just was mentioned. David had a son that was straight up. David daddy was straight up. Moses had a son that was straight up. David had some wicked sons too, but David also had some sons that David had sons that was better than Solomon. There was women who were straight up, men that were straight up. There was people who were not Israelites who were straight up on the law. They will be reawakened. They will be reanimated. They will be in the new kingdom. We will get to kick it with the patriarchs. All the patriarchs made it. Now some of their kids didn't make it, but all the patriarchs made it. Jacob made it. Isaac made it. Abraham made it. Moses made it. Joshua, son of Nun, made it. So we're going to be with them. We're going to be with Sarah and Rachel. We're going to be with Leah and Rebecca. We're going to get to be with them in the kingdom. Those are who get to be in the kingdom. It will be very few of us walking around now that get to be in the kingdom. How many of y'all only people do y'all know? I think I know about 10. Those are the ones who of us that make videos. But personally, in my life, walking out the street and seeing somebody who's y'all only, I don't know not one. Only the y'all onlys I know are on the internet. And that's about 10 people. And when I'm talking about y'all only, I'm talking about they know what the land is. They know who y'all is, what y'all is. They know who we are. And they know what books to read. Because there are some people who are teaching. They're teaching that we came out of Africa. There are some people that are teaching that people can be grafted in. There are some people who are teaching that we have to be covered up. There ain't no temple. How you going to be covered up? Ain't no temple. I told you I'm doing this because of a punishment. But if that person is not covered up, they didn't get the same punishment that I got. This is an actual personal punishment. There are some people who are teaching that them other people is us. There are some people who are y'all only who don't know where the land is. That means they ain't asking. Because y'all would have said, Go read this book, go read that book, go read this, go read this. That's what he did to me. Now, will that person who is worshiping Yah only be saved? Yes. Will they be in Zion? Nope. How do I know? Let's keep reading Obadiah. The only ones who are getting to be in the kingdom of Zion will do what? The ones who are seeking Yah with all their hearts, all their soul, with all their being. The women and the men, the young and the old, who are seeking the truth of everything, not just part of the truth. Because if you're teaching the out of Africa theory, then you didn't ask. What's some snow at in Africa? What's some snow at in Africa? This book got snow all the way through it. Where the bears at? In Africa. Look it up. There ain't no bears in Africa. They got some gorillas. Don't you think if we came out of Africa and the children of Israel, the Israelites who wrote this book, don't you think it would have been a significant thing for them to write in the scriptures that they was kicking it and running from gorillas? But nope, they talk about bears. Hello. Don't you think that there would be important information to put in this scripture, but you can't find nothing about no gorillas? But they say something about shalom. They say something about the rhino. They say rhino. They put that was script. That was the pen of the scribe to get you to look in the wrong way. Because if you read in here, it names something that we don't know the name of because they changed the names of everything over here. If they didn't change the name, they killed it. Oh, y'all gonna get them for that. But unalive innocent animals, you can't do that. Oh, Edom gonna Edom. Why you think Edom ain't gonna make it? Edom took crafty measures. They went so far. It's to unalive animals, change maps, change people's names, get people to pretend to be us, everything. But the Most High, they even tried to hide it when we started waking up, started changing. Now all of a sudden, Japhet don't mean fair skin. Now all of a sudden, Shem don't mean dusky and red and copper. Now all of a sudden, Ham in Hebrew don't mean black and blue black. But thank goodness I wrote it down when I first discovered that I need to be looking everything up in Paleo Hebrew. Not Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew. I got a book over here, I wrote it down, what it actually meant. Now all of a sudden it don't mean that. And the Most High said, into the end, we were going to have to deal with them until the Most High Yah stands on Mount Zion when he shows up. We're going to have to deal with their lies. Because if Edom actually changed, then why did he have to destroy them? Why? If they changed, if they can be grafted in, and them can be saved, then why does y'all say I have to destroy all these? None of them will be. No Edom will be on earth ever again. They will not be found. With wicked hearts. They're going to go down with the ship. They're going to sink with the ship instead of asking for the truth. Asking for it. They will not do it. They're going to go down with the ship, y'all. How stubborn do you have to be? Do you want to be like the Edomites and go down with the ship? Or do you want the life raft to pick you up? This is your life raft, the law. Thus says the Most High Yah. What he told the prophets. It reads, says, gaze not on the day of your brother and the day of his estrangement. Rejoice not over the children of Judah on the day of their destruction. Do not expand your mouth on that day of their misfortune. Don't open your mouth not into the gate of my people on that day of their calamity. Gaze not, you too, upon his evil on that day of his calamity. Gaze not. I'm going to say it again. Gaze not. I'm going to get it again. Gaze not. You too upon the evil on this day of calamity. Do I need to say this one more again? Because y'all love to bring up, y'all were slaves. Y'all were slaves. Y'all were slaves. Y'all ain't got no family. Y'all ain't got nothing. Y'all ain't got nothing. He said, don't open your mouth on it and don't gaze on it, or you will be cursed. Like Edom. Sometimes y'all just need to keep your mouth shut on some things. Y'all were slaves. Y'all don't know where y'all came from. Shut your mouth. He says, do not expand your mouth on what happened to them. He said it ain't none of your business. Mind your business. Those who curse will be cursed. Those who what? Baruch, bless, will be blessed. Who I'm talking about? Seed of Yaakov. You want to go down? You want to lose your salvation because you keep breaking your mouth open on the children of Israel, on the seed of Jacob, because you just got to be haughty about them? That's being haughty. Y'all were slaves. Y'all didn't know who y'all were. I see people doing it all the time. And when we sit here telling y'all who he is, we don't woke up to the truth. The Most High done took us out. He gave us 12 years to figure out everything. When, where, how, and what. And now we telling you, I see people right now on TikTok, on Facebook, on all these platforms, on YouTube. We don't know what we're talking about, and we are lying. And the Edomite government is telling you something else, so y'all gonna go by that. He said, do not expand your mouth on them, and do not talk about their calamity, or he gonna get you. And Edom don't give a damn about you. Or they will tell you to shut your mouth. Do not expand your mouth on my brother. Or the creator of the heavens and the earth, of the universe, gonna get you. He says, do not do it. It reads, stand not by the crossroads to cut off these fugitives. Do not deliver them, the survivors, on the day to the other people to misfortune. He said, do not do it. Did they grab us up and deliver us? Why you think Edom going down? And then they sitting there like, it was our ancestors. It was our ancestors. It was them. We didn't have nothing to do with it. Instead of admitting that they were wrong. Remember, we have to suffer for our ancestors. We 400 years. 400 years, y'all. We weren't there when Judah did what Judah did. But because we were in their loins, we came from them, that bloodline. As a group, as a Southern community, we agreed to seek the Most High Yah. And as a group, as a Southern community, we have to hit the foot put in our behind. Now, some of us went through a little bit better than some other people. Some people got the foot put down on them foot by them. And I'm going to tell you, you know who Judah is. You know who Benjamin is. Because Benjamin and Judah went through it. Those are the ones you saw. They was lynching. They was picnicking in them. They was doing all kinds of stuff, chains around their necks. Now the other folks, yeah, we still had it hard. Yeah, we still was oppressed. But nobody didn't have a chain around our neck. We got to eat. How do I know this? The captivity. What did Daniel go through? You want to know what captivity, how we supposed to live in captivity? Go read Daniel. Daniel was protected even in captivity. Why? Because he kept seeking Yah. He kept seeking the righteous ways. No, we didn't have an ephod. No, he didn't have a temple. No, he didn't have any of those things. No, we cannot do those things right now. No, we didn't have a king. No, we didn't have the priest. But we still had Yah. Yah never went away. But you got to seek it. Nobody could do that for Daniel. And when they came up to Daniel and told Daniel to go worship somebody else, go do this, he said, go do it. Daniel said, throw me in the fire, throw me in this, throw me in the lion den. I don't care. I will not. We are in our captivities. We're still in the end. He said we will be in captivity until the end. I will prove it to you. I'm just doing what y'all telling me to do. We'll be amongst the heathens till y'all show up to that great, terrible day. But there will be a mercy. And it says, O perpetual mighty one, how long a time is an hour of age? Hour of age of what? But in the fourth outgoing of 100 years and 1 hour of the age, the same is 100 years. In the last 100 years, it will be in misfortune among the heathens. But 1 hour in mercy and in insult amongst the heathens. And then Abraham asked, how long is this hour of age? And he said, I have ordained 12 years of this ungodly age to rule among the heathens, so they still gonna be in power, and in your seed until the what? The end of times. It will be as you saw, Abraham. This is the last year. How do I know it's the last year? Not because I'm psychic. Not because I got this wondrous thing. I just read the scriptures. Most High said, I will not do anything without telling my prophets. He told them. I read it, and I'm like, I believed him. I believe what y'all told me. I don't believe what man told me. I believe what y'all said. Y'all said, in the last year, in that year of recompense, right before my day that I show up, I will what? Make the sun go down at noon, it'll be dark in the daytime, and I will have a blood moon at night. Did that not just happen? Right before that year. No more excuses. He has it in 2 different books. Most I said 2 or more witnesses. This how I know y'all ain't reading. You ain't studying to show yourself approved. You ain't seeking from the mouth of Yah. Because Yah said, I will. He didn't say somebody will. He didn't say a dude will. He didn't say a religion will. He didn't say a group will. He said, I will. So y'all, when y'all giving credit to a man talking about, oh, it's the government. They put up a fake sign. They did this. They did a fake no. You giving credit to man for what y'all did. How dare you? Nobody can do nothing without y'all. Even if a man tried to create something, you couldn't do it without y'all telling you. Hell, Edom couldn't even get over here. They didn't even know where America was. For years until the 15th century, which was the 1400s. They didn't even know where it was because there was a cataclysm that caused them to separate, aka the days of Peleg, and they did not figure out where we were until the 1400s. What story do we know about them showing up in 1400s? There's only one story that has been taught in the world where they showed up in the 1400s. There was a cataclysm that took one of the islands of the Americas. There was 3. Now there's only 2. What we call Turtle Island in the South America, that hook down there. There was a 3rd island that went down. What we call the Atlantic Ocean was a place you can walk on. They thought because the Atlantic Ocean disappeared, they thought all of it disappeared. They didn't find out until the 15th century. Y'all know, common sense, y'all know that it's always a year behind. So if they say 15th century, they're talking about the 1400s. If they say 16th century, they're talking about the 1500s. I don't know why they did that. That's just how they do it. So in the 15th century, they didn't find out that we were still here on this land until then. So that was the 1400s when all of a sudden, one day, Columbus said, we need to go look at this book. This book says that if we go over here, that's prophecy. It's only one land that's happened to. That lets you know right there where your land is. But you're hard-headed and you're stiff-necked. Guess what day that cataclysm happened? Oh, the Most High was old. Do not commit sacrifice of humans. You need to go read the book, The History of the Red Man. I think it's from like the 1800s. The Lost 10 Tribes of Israel. I think it's The History of the Red Man. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. Go download this book. You can download it for free. And it will go along with this right here. I think it's called The History. Make sure I'm telling you right. Y'all, I've been reading a lot of books. Oh, it's called The Lost 10 Tribes of Israel. The First of the Red Men. The First of the Red Men. Hold on, let me let it pull up and I'll show it to you. Today I'm just going to be giving y'all information after information after information. And in this book that I read, it talks about this cataclysm. It talks about this cataclysm. It talks about that cataclysm that happened. And that's why they thought we were lost. That's why they thought we were lost. Because this cataclysm that happened, it was a freaking giant earthquake that sucked that third island under the water, in which we call now the Atlantic Ocean. That was the city of Atlantis. They could walk. It says on there that from Africa, you can walk to America over a little stream. And that was not long ago, my people. They lied about time. It was shorter, more time. If we were a little bit more closer to Moses than what y'all realize. We're a little bit more closer to David than what y'all realize. We're a little bit more closer to Judah than what y'all realize. Said don't add and don't take away. What you think they did? Why you think he had to say that? But if you ask, you will see the answer. Because it didn't make no sense. Look up the Renaissance era. What does Renaissance mean? I'm trying to let this download, and I can show it to you. This is a new phone. I'm actually downloading to this phone right now, so this book will be on my phone, and I can read it at will. I'm taking my time today. I didn't write a specific thing. I'm just going on what y'all telling me to tell you. I'm the information that he had me seeking, had me do. I'm telling you because I'm telling you. Soon there will not be any access to internet. So whatever information that you need to download it. You need your articles. Where's this book at? Where's the book at? Where's that book at? Where's the book at? Screenshot it. This is the book itself. I just downloaded. Where is this book coming from? Where's the book coming from? Bancroft Library. The library of the University of California. You can go to there and check it out if you want to. What does this say? The lost tribes of Israel, the first of the red men. When was this book written? In 1861. Let me see, can I find it? If I can remember where it was at on here. Might be, let me check. Guess when this was during the time of Jehu. Where's Jehu mentioned? Where's Jehu mentioned? Scriptures. Come back to that. So the people who that were around when Jehu. Now this book was written about the time of Jehu. When was Jehu around? Around when Ahab, Jezebel, around when Elisha and Elijah was around. Time of what? Joram and Joram, the king of Israel, and Ahaziah, the king of Judah. Now, where is these people mentioned? Kings, Samuel. Okay. Let's get back to this. I'm just telling you what y'all telling me. All the information. I told you I'm like 2 years ahead of y'all. Now, there's some people like 10 years ahead of me. That's 12 years altogether right there. I'm 2 years ahead of y'all. Some people are 10 years ahead of me. Says here. I thought it turned off. Let me try to find it. Trying to find about the catechism. It's been a while since I read this book. It talks about Nineveh in this book. Talks about us, the Israelites. I'm not going to read this whole book. I'm just kind of trying to read about this catechism that they teach us about. I think it might be chapter 12 or something like that. And it tells about how they committed the day, like literally right after all hell broke loose, when they committed the child sacrifice. I'm trying to find it, y'all, because I'm going to show it to you if I can find it. Man, I'm trying to find it. It's talking about Haman and Amalek and all these people. This was recent, y'all. This book was written in the 1800s. Let me see. Okay, if you done downloaded the book, go to page 315, round about there. Let me see. No, about. See, can I find it real quick? Okay, let's read this. I'm just going to read this and get off of this. Page 309. Where are we? Behold, the glorious sun, a fury bow, surrounded by an ocean of ice. On my brave mantle, soar up higher and higher. You shiver. The blood begins to freeze in your veins. No matter. This pine female contains a powerful elixir. I threw it up over your heads. How delightful. How do you feel? Warm as the 4th of July in the midst of the great citizens of the glorious republic. Good. I am content. And now we are near our destination. Look down. Do you behold that the bed of liquid silver? It is the lake of our lovers. There, see you, stately, dark, red young man. That is Omar. And copper colored beauty as his size Telma. Behold the Juno-like form, those dark almond-shaped eyes, those queenly brows, her jetty hair falls with natural ringlets. Her hair went straight. Her hair went straight. Her jetty hair had natural ringlets. Down her well-rounded shoulders. The voluptuous bust is delicious, is a delicious couch for the weary of her chosen. There she sits on the trunk of a fallen tree. Her lover nestles her feet. Now he just said it's ice around them and snow around them. And he said, these are the Israelites. They are dark red and copper colored. And he's in America right now. You read this book for yourself. He says, there she sits on the trunk of a fallen tree. I thought he had a desert. Where them fallen trees at over there? There she sits on the trunk of the fallen tree, and her lover nestles her in the feet. Now his lips are parting for the love sweet communion. But silent now. Let us at the foot yonder, at the sycamore tree. Hark. Now he speaks, but with a lingo. You don't understand him. Why? Because they speak in Hebrew. Well, I shall translate the words from the fall from his lips. He tells her, joy of my eyes, light of my soul, at the beam yonder sinking sun warm. The sinking sun, well, the sun go down. It says, animated the creatures of the earth, and so beams thy glorious eyes warm, animated the innermost heart. When I gathered the luscious fruit, I gathered the luscious fruit, when I hunt the swift deer. It says, and the swifter that stag, I thought of thee. Thine image hath been before my eyes, awake and asleep. For thy sake, I could have done and dared everything. He talking to his dark red woman with ringlets. When something almost insurmountable difficulties arose in my path, the thought that you sustaining me always made me victorious. When I first beheld thee near the banks of the endless water, over here, and I will show it to you. The water just flows. What do we call that? Rapids? The water just rapids? He said, I saw you by the banks of the rapids. They got rapids over there in the other place. Dark red with ringlet hair. Who got ringlet hair? Why you reading this? The Most High said, I need you to clear up the truth. No more lies. No more excuses. No more arguing. Who is who and what is what? He said, clean it up. I'm giving you the information that he showed me. 2 years. There's other people I told you, they got 10 years on me, baby. They know way more than I do. This is just what I learned in 2 years. This is how I know what to look. This is how I know who is who. This is how I know what is what. And I write everything down. That's why I got book after book after book after book. That the what the Most High y'all show me. Because I asked. He said, if you ask, you shall receive. He said, I got to clean it up for y'all. So the lies that they teach. So if you coming to him, you standing before him on that great interpreter. He said, who will survive? He said, who will survive? No more excuses. He said, I first beheld you near the banks of the endless water. My heart was filled with pleasant emotions, and I resolved to be thy friend and thy protector. Then I did not understand the emotions that were born in my heart, and I only knew that thou were dear to me. But since then, the feelings of my heart have grown into strong, all-absorbing love, and the voice of the nature has spoken within me. Now I claim thee for my own. I feel it within me that man and woman must have been created for some grand and noble purpose. The voice that spoke within me. Ooh, that brother was talking some game to her. Woo! Now this guy is translating the Hebrew to this guy because this guy couldn't understand. God just writing the book. He couldn't understand what they were saying. So there's a Hebrew translator saying this is, they sitting there talking. He's sitting there translating to him. This is what he's saying to her. Our brother was talking some game. Says here. That's how I ended up with the man I ended up with. Man, he was speaking. And I was like, what? What? I was like, oh yeah, I won't go where you go. And therefore, let us be forever united. Let us share mutual duties. Let us be our highest aim to render each other happy. The speaker ceased and fondly looked into the eyes of his companion to note the effects of his words. But what is the matter with you, my brave companion? You look incredulous, and your mysterious whispering seems to indicate you do not believe me. Oh, you do not understand that so uncivilized a being as this Omar undoubtedly should be such language? The dude was shocked. He was like, this dude, I thought they was uncivilized. Look at this dude spitting game. Being poetic. Omar talking to his beautiful dark-skinned copper-colored woman. Copper-colored woman. Copper-colored woman. But ringless. Because believe me, this ain't straight. I ain't got no straight hair. I have to. It's a lot of work. Let it get humid in here. See, he thought they was uncivilized. He says, although bold and to the point, would certainly lead to the belief that he would spoke it must to be a man of refinement and culture. They were refined and cultured when they got here, baby. We were refined and cultured when they got here. They said we were wild men. We were refined and cultured. Says here, bless your dear innocent soul. He told him, bless your heart. You so stupid. These people were refined and cultured. And they done told y'all they were wild men, and these people are refined and cultured. Says, bless your heart. You know when people say you stupid, they say, oh Lord, you so stupid. It says, what could it have availed either you or me had I repeated the exact and almost unpronounceable words he uttered? You would not have understood them at all, and therefore they would not have interested you in its meaning, not only of the few sentences, but also the looks and the gestures accompanying them that we want. And this have endeavored to give you the best of my ability. So much for that. And now let us look at the lovely Tamil. How radiant she looks. How the happy smile illuminates her brow feature. She's eagerly devoured the words of her handsome lover and did not start, my fair fellow traveler. He called him fair. What does fair mean? My white man. Look at these copper colored people over here with intelligent and cultured self. It says here, she did not even blush, pure, simple, innocent child of nature. With, with the nobility of a queen, she arises for a moment and she stands proud and erect. Her eyes look at her unspeakable feelings, and then she slowly raises her right arm heavenwards. Behold, I am dying, dying, door sunrise and darkness, dying to share the duties of my await us, dying forever. This ceremony so imposes is very simple, and but it is important. Thus, Omar and Ptolemy are now married. How did they just get married? She spoke to the creator of the heavens and earth. She raised her hands up in the air to the Most High Yah and said, I will share my duties with Omar. And that was it. That's how they got married. I'm going to read to you one more time how they look, and then I'm going to end this. Go read this book. Go download it. Let me show you this right here so you can screenshot it. Screenshot what I just read. Come on, show up on there. Screenshot it and read it. Screenshot it and read it. What does that say at the top? First of the red men, last lost tribes of Israel. This book also tells about that calamity. I just didn't feel like I needed you to. The most I changed my mind on what I was gonna read to you. No more lies. No more lies. No more lies. No more excuses. Japhet is not us. Japhet is fair. Shem is copper color. Says again here. Now they're talking about the 4th of July. Why would they be talking about the 4th of July? This happened on the 4th of July. He's saying these two people on the 4th of July. Speaking in Hebrew to each other. Now this is what they look like. Omar was stately, dark red young man, and Talmia, Talmai, was copper colored beauty. She had almond eyes. What does an almond look like? She had almond eyes. These are first of the red man, the lost tribes of Israel. She had almond eyes. She had jetty hair that fell in natural ringlets down on her well-rounded shoulders. How she look? There's copper right there. There's copper on my hand right there. How she look? He was dark red. How he look? Wasn't he dusky? Y'all said no more lies. Stop putting your mouth and lying on the children of Israel. We're telling you who we are. Because y'all told us. Because we asked, the ones of us who asked. What color is this? What color is that? That is copper right there. I got a copper colored couch, copper colored car, a copper colored dog, and a copper colored cat. It's copper right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. So what color them people was? Then when they walked up on this land, and he said this book was written when? In the 19th century. 19th century means in the 1800s. No more lies. It was written in Philadelphia in 1861. And he's telling you what the true Israelites look like. And where we was at, he said he in Philadelphia. And he's sitting there. He's looking at them. Stop lying. Stop putting your mouth on them. I'm telling you what y'all sending me. He said, clean some stuff up before I show up and show out. No more excuses. No more excuses. Y'all want to hear this? Go find somebody else that'll give you the doctrine of man. Go find somebody else to give you the doctrine of man. But I'm telling you, on that great and terrible day, who will survive? The ones who listen to thus says the Most High God. Not the ones who listen to the doctrines of men. Let's finish reading this. Who gonna be in Zion? Now it says here. It says, so for the day of the Most High Yah will be on all the nations is close. As you have done, so shall be done to you. Whatever you did, recompense is whatever you did will be done to you. So if you were good, you got good. If you were bad, you got bad. Sorry, y'all, my nose is running a little bit. I'm so excited, y'all. The water been coming down the mountain. I got water right by my house now. It was no water. It was no water there, and I saw it. It wasn't there this morning, but now it's there now. So the water's coming down now. It's not clean right now. If after a few weeks it'll keep running, and then it'll be crystal clear. You can just go dip it up out of the streams and just drink it. But I boil it just in case, because we never know if the people don't spray the ground or not. Let's go back to Obadiah. Now, it says here, sorry, my sinuses. It says here, for the day of the Most High Yah will be upon is all the nations is close, and you, as you have done, so shall be done to you. Your requital shall return upon your head. For just as you drank on my holy mountain, so will other nations drink ceaselessly. They will drink and be confounded, as becoming as if they never were. The Most High said this, on Mount Zion, there will be a refuge. What's a refuge? Let's look up the word refuge. So people can go back and read this. You need to download this information, write these things down and read them for yourselves. What is the refuge in the scriptures? Oops. In the scriptures, refuge places are both literal and symbolic. The cities of refuge in the Old Testament were physical locations where those who accidentally killed someone could flee for safety. These cities provided sanctuary until the case could be heard, a just verdict reached. Biblically, the Most High Yah also depicted as a refuge, offering protection and strength during times of trouble. So during times of trouble, the Most High said, what? On Mount Zion. I know where it is. He showed it. There will be refuge, and it will be holy. And the house of Jacob will inherit those who had disposed them. The house of Jacob will be fire. The house of Joseph will be a flame. The house of Esau for straw, and they will ignite them and devour them. The house of Joseph will burn the house of Esau. There will be no survivors of the house of Esau. For the Most High Yah has spoken. Thus says the Most High Yah. And those of the Southland. Who is the Southland? There's the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Who is in the northern kingdom? Ephraim and the other 10 tribes. Who is in the southern kingdom? Benjamin who? Judah. Those of the Southland will what? Will inherit the mountain of Esau. Oh, they don't get to live in Zion. And those of the lowlands will inherit the Philistines. And they will inherit the fields of Ephraim and the fields of Samaria. And Benjamin will inherit Gilead. Judah gonna be outside of Benjamin. Benjamin gonna be closer to us than Judah. Why is Judah not getting into the kingdom? Even though they've been teaching y'all that Judah is gonna be king. Apparently they ain't read this. Now who gonna be in the kingdom? Didn't he say Israel? The north gonna be in Israel. Let's find out. He says, yeah. The exiled host of the children of Israel who are among the Canaanites. The exile of Jerusalem, which is in Shepherd, will inherit the south cities. And the saviors who ascend Mount Zion to judge the mountain of Esau, they will inherit the kingdom. Who judged Esau? Who judged? Joseph judged the house of Esau. So who gonna live in Zion? That's the end of Obadiah. So yeah, now you know where everybody gonna live. No excuses. He said, he told me to clean it up. The lies they've been teaching. Let's clean it up. And again, I know where Zion is. I've been there. I didn't know just where I was at when I was there. I've been there. All right. Let's go on to Deuteronomy. We're going to be in the book of Deuteronomy for a little bit. We're going to do Deuteronomy 19, Deuteronomy 12, Deuteronomy 18. Then we're going to be in Leviticus for a little bit. Then we're going to be in Jeremiah for a little bit. Then we're going to jump back over to Deuteronomy. And I'm going to go over some laws to clear up some laws to you. This is going to take a minute, so get you some pencils, get you some papers, get you something to drink, get you something to eat. You need to go to the bathroom, you need to take a break. Do that. So, I am going to start out with Deuteronomy 19. And in your book, it might be 14, I mean, it might be 15 or 16, but in this book, it's 14 where I'm going to start. Where I'm going to start. So, I'm going to drink a little bit of my tea, give y'all a minute. I'm going to go to the restroom real quick. Let's see if this song will actually play. And then we'll get to learn it. Just give y'all time to get a break, eat and drink. Thank y'all for the truth. For these videos being made. For y'all having watched men and watched women. If it'll play, because it wasn't playing earlier. I don't know what's going on. I think it's too many people at home. Yep, it just turned up. I had to start it all the way back over. Let me play it on my phone. I have different internet on my phone versus what I have at the house. I'm glad I did that. Oh, it's right here. Let me play it on there. Oh, now I just want to show up. Let me see if it'll play. And then we'll get to learning this. Everything I'm doing today is cleaning up misconceptions, lies that Edom has told us to get us looking in the wrong directions. It could have been back by now. Ain't got time for that. I'll be right back, y'all. Y'all already made me a fish quesadilla. All I gotta do is pull it out and eat it. I made it yesterday. So that I might follow thee. What is they singing about? Psalms 51. Hallelujah. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Psalms 51. Create in me a clean heart so I can follow thee. All praises to the Most High God for giving us a way out. Now we'll be reading in Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 19. And I got that so now. I do it every time. Because this reads from right to left, not left to right. So I always turn it the wrong way. Then I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go that way. But anyway, we're gonna start in this book at verse 14. This is just, we're talking about now. What did the Most High God say about human sacrifice? Truth. We're gonna clean this up. We're gonna clean this up. We're no longer listening to the doctrines of men. We're listening what thus said the Most High God said. That's all we're gonna go out by from now on. I don't give a damn what Reverend Billy Bob said. What did Yah say? Let's find out. Let's clean this up. No more excuses. This is why it's only going to be a remnant of us left. And at least right now, here. There's going to be millions of people. Because there was millions of people born before us. But at the last end, they're going to be, at the last end, there's going to be a remnant. Why? You are following the doctrines of man and not finding out what thus says the Most High Yah. Y'all don't care what Yah said. Because Reverend Bingo, Reverend Fatback, Reverend Sugarbook, Reverend Jakes, Reverend this and Reverend that said this. But what did the creator of the heavens and the earth of the universe say? What did he say? Y'all don't care what he said. You know the one that made you. The one that says in Isaiah 44 that I knew you in the womb. You know that creator. You don't care what he says. The one who knew you in your womb. That's why I tell people I'm 49 based on the day I was born. But I'm 50 based on when y'all put me in the womb. Because he knew me in the womb. It reads, preserving boundaries. Is the reason why I want to read this. We cannot trade land. And you can read this in Numbers as well. We cannot live on nobody else's land. We ain't supposed to be on nobody else's land. You are supposed to be on the land that you inherited from your ancestors. And if you own somebody's land, that ain't yours. So how a bank gonna own something that they ain't got right to? You ain't supposed to be there. Japheth got Japheth land. Ham got Ham land. Shem got Shem land. Edom got Edom land. Edom ain't supposed to be on our land. We ain't supposed to be on their land. We ain't supposed to be on the land that belong to our cousins. Let's find out what Yah, this is a law that Yah says, not what you think. How can you sell something that don't belong to you? It says, you should not move a boundary of your fellow, which the early ones marked out. In your inheritance that you shall inherit, in the land that the Most High Yah, your Elohim, gives you to possess. He says, do not move it. Do not do it. Do not change it. I ain't tell you to do it. So since I didn't tell you to do it, you should not do it. Most High said you cannot do it. And if you own somebody else's land, what does he say in Isaiah 50? In Isaiah 50, he says what? I have to figure out where it is in here. What's that? Jeremiah 50. Sorry, Jeremiah 50. Sorry. That's why I couldn't find it. I always do that with Jeremiah and Isaiah, y'all. Y'all really need to read Jeremiah 50 and 51. It says here that everybody will be required to go back to their owned land. Go read Jeremiah 50, starting at 8. You really need to read this. Starting at, well, in this book is 8, so yours is about 9 or 10. And go all the way down. Gone into 51. Gone down into 51. Just read it all. Just gone. Just start 51, 51. Do it all. Just read it all. You need to read it. Read the Amplified version or download this book. You need to read it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all frustrate me a little bit. So imagine how y'all feel. Because I'm telling you what you need to read so you can know what's happening right in front of your face. So it says here, a single witness shall not stand up against any man in any iniquity. What is iniquity? In any what? When people do what? Sin. Or for any error regarding any sin that he may commit. According to two witnesses, or according to 3 witnesses, shall a matter be confirmed. If a false witness stands against a man to speak up spiritually against him, then the 2 men And those who have shall be stand before the Most High Yah and for the Kohim and the judges who will be in those days. You're going to stand before Yah. You're going to stand before Yah. If you do what? What did he say over here? Malachi 3. You have to have more than one witness. You got to have more than one witness. Oh, no, I ain't go far enough. Malachi 3, he says, you have to have more than one witness against what? Those who are perjurers. Who perjured. That's Malachi 3, 5 through 7. Now that I read this, I just showed you that we will be in our own land and you cannot move it. The land we get is the land we get, and it's our inheritance. So all this other crap they got going on the earth, they wrong. They eat wickedness by doing it. They violating Yah's law right here by being on somebody else's land. I read this to you so you can understand and understand that the Most High does not do anything without giving more than one witness to something. Everything that I've told you, I can find in more than one place that this thing was written by 2 or more different prophets. This is why you need to read what the prophets wrote down, what Yah said, what thus says the Most High Yah. This is why you need to understand and understand the law, the commandments. This is why you need to go and read for yourselves. Because if you listen to the doctrine of man, if you listen to the teaching of man, what they decide they're going to make out of it themselves, you're going to be in error. I don't want that for you. I want you to stand before the Most High Yah on that day, what he talks about in Malachi 1, 2, and 3, and be a survivor. That's why I pray for y'all. I pray that you listen to Yah. Not me, to Yah. What did Yah say? Please go research it. Try to figure it out. What's going on? Don't allow somebody to take you down the road. Edom don't care about none of y'all. Edom done read this book. Edom know Edom ain't gonna be here. And Edom just try to take as many of them to hell with him as they gonna get. They gonna be burned off of earth and never exist again. Their DNA will never exist ever again. And they trying to make sure you go with them. Why would you go with Edom? Edom didn't care about his own brother. You think Edom gonna care about you? I'm just asking you questions that should make sense in your head. If Edom don't even care about his own twin brother, why in the hell would Edom care about what happens to you? They don't care about you. They don't even care what happened to their own kids. They sending their kids down a line of hell. They teaching them to hate their own kinfolk. I just saw a video yesterday with this little girl, and it's not her fault. Somebody told her this. She saw the little melanated baby, the little copper-colored baby, and said the girl wasn't human. Called her a specimen. Now, what child you know the word specimen? Unless somebody told her. See them people over there, they're specimen. They ain't human. taught what her parents taught her. But they don't even care about their own children. Edom don't even care about their own children. Why in the hell would Edom care about you? They selfish. The Most High said they tell themselves nothing will ever happen to them. This is Obadiah said, this is straight from Obadiah. This other dude just said the same thing that the Most High told him in 1984, that his people received lives, they received the lives, and then when the Most High Yah sends the nation from the north down on them, which you can read about this in Jeremiah 50 and 51, that the Most High Yah is going to do this over here in Babylon, aka America, they're gonna see them come down on them. They're going to see these people walking up to them with guns and bombs, and they still going to stand there and say, you can't do nothing to me. That's how prideful they are. That's their American pride. That's how prideful Edom is. He going to stand down the barrel of the gun and still don't change. And you listening to these people? You listening to these people? Why would you listen to somebody like that? The Most High said, my people humble themselves. Most High said, my people are humble. My people don't think they better. Why do you think I got punished for being hiding? His people are humble. His people go and try to help everybody that they can. His people stand up for their family and their friends and the animals and the dogs and the plants and the earth. That's what his people do. His people don't sit around and hurt folks. That's who he is. And Edom is a selfish, evil, wicked people, or they wouldn't be getting destroyed. I'm telling you what this is, not what I'm saying. And I'm telling you this because this is what the Most High Yah is saying. And because he's saying, why are you listening to them? This is your last opportunity. I don't know who this is for. This is your last opportunity. Why would you listen to a person that hate you? Why would they tell you how to get to salvation? They won't even tell their own children. Would you think they like you better than they like their own kids? Trying to open up your mind. I'm telling you, all of this internet and having access to a Koheem and all this stuff, this is about to be over with. Now it reads this. Now we're going to go over to Deuteronomy 12 and 31. Why am I telling you this? Why am I telling you this? To clear up this bullcrap that they're teaching, that the Most High sent somebody to be sacrificed for your sins. Did not happen. He did not do it. If you want to believe it, that's between you and Yah. But again, when Yah show up and show out, who will survive? When he show up and show out, who gonna survive? I'm gonna say it again. When he show up and show out, who gonna survive? Okay. It's called General Principles of Observance. This is Deuteronomy chapter 12. And we're going to start in this book, I'm going to start at 26, but in yours it might be like 28 or 31, something like that. Try to read along at the best you can. But if you download the book, you will know where I'm at. And it reads, I'm going to read it again, Deuteronomy 12, chapter 12, starting at 26. Only your sanctities that you will have, your vow offerings shall you carry. Your vow offerings. And come to the place where the Most High Yah has chosen. You shall perform your burnt offerings, the flesh and the blood upon the altar of the Most High Yah, your God. And the blood of your feast offerings shall be what? Poured on the altar of the Most High Yah, your God. And then what you should do? After you pour and burn it on the altar, after you cook it, what you gonna do? You will eat the flesh. So we supposed to eat human beings? Let's read. Let's keep learning. Safeguard and hearken to all of these words that I command to you. The Most High says, safeguard and hearken to all the words that He command you. I'm going to show you. And then I got more than one witness. The Most High never taught us human sacrifice. We were cooking dinner. And He said, don't eat the blood, burn the blood. Don't pour it on the ground, burn it. You know what kosher cooking is? I used to be a chef. You know what kosher cooking is? You make sure you butcher your stuff and drain the blood and get rid of the blood out of it. Make sure it's all clean. That's kosher cooking. The Most High said again. I'm going to say it again. Safeguard, and hearken all these words that I command you, in order that it will be what? Well with you and your children after you forever. When you do what? Do what is what? Good. And right in the eyes of the Most High Yah, your God. Now, then He says here, when the Most High Yah, your God, will cut down the nations in which you come to take possessions from them before you, you will take possessions from them and settle in their land. Beware for yourself, lest you be attracted after them after they have destroyed before you. Lest you seek out their gods, saying, how did these nations worship their gods? And even will I do that same? He said, in order for you to be good, He says, safeguard and hearken to the words. He says, in order for you to be good and right in the eyes of me, do not do what the other nations do. Do not worship the way. Let's keep reading. For everything that is an abomination that the Most High Yah hates, they have done their gods. For even their sons and their daughters, they have burned in the fire to their gods. You cannot put your children through any fire. So the Most High said, I hate this. The Most High said is an abomination. The Most High says, sacrificing your sons and your daughters, he hates it. It is an abomination. Let me read it again for them people who reading that other book that them other folks wrote. I'm putting it out there. No more excuses. He said, the Most High himself said, in Deuteronomy, right here, right there at the top, right there. He said, I hate this. It's an abomination for you to sacrifice your sons and your daughter, and then y'all blaspheme him and say he sent his child to die on a cross, you damn liars. Did not happen. Y'all did not do it. That came from who? How did the other nations worship their gods? Even I will do the same. So you're doing what the other nations said. And he says, in order for things to be good, do not. He says, do not do what they have done. They sacrificed their daughters and their sons to gods. He said, don't do it. I don't understand how you cannot get that part. What are you not reading in this? What in your window are you getting? Where's the between the lines when he said, it's an abomination and I hate it? I'm cleaning up the lies for you that Edom taught you. Remember, Edom don't even give a damn about their own kids. Why the hell would they tell you something that will send you into the arms of the Most High Yah? Let's read Deuteronomy 18:9. Whew. No more excuses. Stop bringing it out your mouth. He says, do not expand your mouth with these lies anymore. You read that in Obadiah. He said, don't do it. Thus says the Most High Yah said he don't like it. He said it's an abomination. Why are you running around saying that he did? Do it then. The Most High said, I'm a God that does not change. The Most High said, I ain't no son of man, so I ain't got to repent on nothing I ever did. So that means when he say he gonna do it, it's gonna happen. And when he say don't do something, he ain't gonna do it either. So he didn't send nobody to die for nobody's sin. He said the other nations, that came from the other nations. He had nothing to do with it. That's your first witness. Let's get a second witness. Let's get a third witness. That's finishing the first witness in Deuteronomy. Then we're going to go to our second witness in Leviticus. And then we're going to go to our third witness in Jeremiah. Stop it. Stop expanding them out. Stop it. Just stop. You want to survive when y'all show up? Do you want to survive? Well, you better heed the words that are coming out of his mouth. Thus said the Most High Yah. He said it's an abomination and I hate it. Let me tell you where to start at. Let me go over here and look. I'm going to read all of 18. All of 18. So some of your 18 in y'all book may start in the end of 17. Or it may all start at 18 and might end in part of 19. But I'm going to read all of 18 in this book. So if you're reading from the book that I'm reading, I am reading Deuteronomy chapter 18. The entire Deuteronomy chapter 18. No more excuses. All the information is here. If you don't want it, go somewhere else. Go on to the doctor, man. Go on. But I'm telling you who's going to survive. You don't want to survive? No. Go on. Go on. Go on. Be with Edom. Go on. Be with the Edomites. Go on. When I think somebody's stupid, I call them Cletus. Go on, Cletus. Go on, Cletus. Go on with Edom. Go on. Be with Edom. Go on. Do what Edom do. Most I said don't do what the other nations do. Ain't Edom a different nation than Shem? Ain't that the different nation than Jacob? But then why are you listening to him? The Most I said, hearken to my words, not Edom's words, not Reverend Fatback or Reverend Billy Bob. He said, hearken to my words. You over here. Somebody's gonna sit here and watch somebody later on today, on the Shabbat, on the set apart day, is gonna sit straight in my face and everybody else's face and tell somebody what Paul, Peter, and Matthew, Martin, Luke, and John said. Watch. Stubborn and stiff-necked. Ain't none of you are going to be saying what thus said the Most High Yah said. When you mentioning them people, you are violating the law when y'all say hearken to my words, what I command. Then you wonder why you're suffering. It irks me. Every time I see somebody do, I wish I could just get through the computer, show up in their life, and just slap them with the scriptures. Just slap them with this book. I really thank the Most High Yah. Hello, Carl. I thank him for doing it this way. Because I'm telling you, if I was sitting up in a church, in a temple, and you walked up to me and told me what Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and what Paul said, I will pick this book up and knock you out. Come out, chairs flying. You in the house of the Creator talking about what a man told you. I'm glad he did it this way. Because I'm telling you, I will knock you out. Sometimes I wish I could just get through the computer. You know when your grandma, your Mimo, when Big Mama, when she see you saying something stupid, she would knock you go flying across the floor. I wish I could knock y'all go flying across the floor. Because you over here telling me what Paul said. Telling me what Peter said. Telling me what Matthew. They ain't even Hebrew names. His people has his name. My people go by my name. They over here with some Greek names. And then y'all over here listening to these folks. Y'all pissing me off with that. Then I'm sitting here straight up. It ain't the only one. Be sitting here straight up reading to y'all what thus says the Most High, y'all. And the first thing that come out of y'all mouth is what Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Paul, Peter, Sam, Caleb, this person, Reverend Fatback, Billy Bob said. Who gives a damn what they said? I almost said something else. You know what I was about to say. F them. Hey, y'all. Why are you so angry? Wouldn't you be mad if you sat and took the time to read and then tell y'all what's here and then show it to you, and then somebody walk up to you and say, even though I know you just read all this, but Paul said this. Wouldn't you want to knock their brains out their ear? Maybe it'll knock some sense into them. Sometimes I want to give some people shaking baby syndrome sometimes. Maybe it will reset their brain. I just want to shake them. Sitting here saying what thus says the Most High, y'all, you still coming. You still doing it. I got people right here, right now doing it. That's what pissed me off. But Paul said, F Paul. Hell, he wouldn't touch me anyway with his gay behind. Now it reads, this is Deuteronomy 18. There should not be for a Kohen other than the Levites, the entire tribe of Levi. There shall not be for the Kohens other than the Levites. Are you Levite? Are you Levi? How do you know? Did you ask Yah? Did you ask him? I asked. He showed me. I'm Levi on both sides of my family. Full side on my daddy's side and just a small portion on my mama's side. 25% on my mama's side, 100% on my daddy's side. He showed me how to look it up. Ask him how to find out who your family is, where they come from, what tribe they came from. He will show it to her. He said, ask and you shall receive. But if you ain't asking, you ain't getting. I'm sorry. I gotta calm down. Because I'm telling you, this person just pissed me off with this bullshit. I'm sorry. About what Paul said. Paul ain't shit. He an Edomite. You over here listening to what Edom said. Then you gonna come in my face in the name of Yah and tell somebody what an Edomite said. You need to shut your mouth. Sometimes I wish I had to just turn these comments off. I'm sorry. I apologize for my anger, but I'm sorry. I can't stand it when you disrespect y'all like this. I'm over here telling you, thus said the Most High, y'all, and you over here telling me what Paul said. There should not be for a Kohen no one other than the Levites. The entire tribe of Levi, entire, female and male, the entire tribe of Levi is a portion, an inheritance with Israel. The fire offerings of the Most High Yah, and his heritage shall they eat. He shall not have an inheritance among the brethren. The Most High Yah is the inheritance of Levi, as he spoke to him. This shall be the due of the Kohims for the people. For those who perform the slaughter, the first of your grain, like as portion for portion shall be, except for what was transacted by the forefathers. It says here, when you come to the land of the Most High Yah, your God, you give. You shall not learn to act according to the abominations of the nations. Now, what did the Most High just say was an abomination? Over in Deuteronomy 12, human sacrifice. I'm gonna relay this information to you again. You make a vow to the Most High Yah. I'm gonna bring this much sheep, this much this much blase. I'm gonna bring this much over to where you say bring it to, wherever that is. The Kohims, aka the priests, aka the Levites. You bring it to them, you give them a certain amount. You pour the blood out of the animals on the altar and burn it. Then you cook the meat and you eat it. So you saying the Most High says commit cannibalism? Is that what you're saying about our Elohim, our creator of the heavens and the earth? But he just said there was an abomination. It's an abomination to drink and eat blood. It's an abomination to throw your children in the fire. It's an abomination. You burn the blood. You don't just pour it on the ground. You pour it on out and you burn it. You burn it. I'm telling you, this is what was done. No more excuses. No more in your windows. No more this. No more that. No more lies. No more lies. There are no more excuses. There are no more lies. Instead, we call up. Let's keep reading. We're in Deuteronomy chapter 18. In this book, I'm going to start again at verse 6. When the Levites will come from one of your cities, from all of Israel, where he sojourns, he comes with all the desire of his soul to the place that the Most High Yah will choose. Then he shall minister in the name of the Most High Yah. What? His God. like all of his brethren, the Levites, who stand there before the Most High Yah. Portion for portion they shall eat, except what the transactions by their forefathers. It says, when you come to the land of the Most High Yah, your God, gives you, you shall not learn to act according to the abominations of the other nations. Do not learn what the other nations have taught you. And y'all reading a Greek book. Y'all reading a Greek book trying to tell somebody what to do. How they should do it. When, what, when, and how. That's Edom's book. Truth is truth. You don't like it, go read it. Go on over there. But who gonna survive when y'all show up and show out? Says here, there shall not be found among you one who causes his son or his daughter to pass through the fire. Why? Because this is considered what? Witchcraft. Human sacrifice is considered witchcraft. So that book that y'all been reading teaches witchcraft. It says here, it also is one who practices divination. It's the same thing, but it's taking your children through the fire. It's the same thing as practicing divination. It's being an astrologer. An astrologer is one who reads omens, and the one who is a sorcerer, and one who uses animal charms, one who injures an ova or a Yudadin, one who consults with the dead. Consulting with the dead is necromancy. Now, who died? And y'all talk to him. Who died on a cross and y'all talk to him? That's necromancy. Well, Edom says that's not necromancy. I know necromancy means that you talking to the dead. But he God. No the hell he ain't. You are performing necromancy by speaking to the dead. The Most High said he never died. He ain't never been no man. He's the only living God. The only. No more lies. It's necromancy. You are performing witchcraft. Speaking in that demon's name. For anyone who does these things are an abomination to the Most High Yah. And because of these abominations, the Most High Yah, your God, has banished you. And you think you're going to be in the kingdom? I'm just reading. But what did Yah say? I don't want to hear no if and buts about. What did Yah say? Most High said, I will banish you for doing that. says, you shall be wholehearted with the Most High Yah, your God. For these nations that you are possessing, they hearken to who? Astrologers and to diviners. But as for you, my people, as for my folks, my people shall not do so. So why are you over here praying in somebody else's name then? To a man who died. No more lies, no more excuses. If you keep doing it after the day, you are being rebellious. And Most High said rebellion is the same thing as witchcraft, and I suffer a wish to die. I want them dead. That's what y'all said, not what me said, not what Kim said, not what Peggy said, not what Billy Bob said. That's what y'all said. If you don't want to hear what y'all said, get off the channel. Thus says the Most High God. You over here doing necromancy? Well, Paul said, Peter said, we have to pray in his name. Who the hell is Paul versus what y'all said? He said, do not be talking to the dead. He said, my people don't do that. Sick of y'all. It says, a prophet from your midst, from your brethren, from who? From our people. Not the other nations, from our people, like me, shall what? The Most High, your God, establish for you. To him shall you hearken, according to all that you ask the Most High, your God. In Horeb, on that day of the congregation, saying, I can no longer hear the voice of the Most High, my God. In this great fire I can no longer see, so that I shall not die. Then the Most High said to me, they have done well in what they have said. I will establish a prophet from them, from among their brethren, like you. Like who? Like who? I will establish a prophet among your brethren, like you. I will place my words in his mouth. Where's the word Moses at? They teach you in the other one that it says Moses. I don't see Moses' name right here. Go and get it. Go and get your book. Read it. What they wrote there. The scribes wrote Moses. This says among your brethren, among the Levites. And he says more than one. Not one. But y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want to hear thus says the Most High. Y'all wants to hear the doctrine of men so y'all can go out and shake your fast and watch yourself. That's what you want to do. So you can pop it like it's hot. So you can get drunk. You can drink. You ain't got to put no words in. You can have all the hoes you want. You can do all that stuff other than what y'all said. And then you think you're going to have this great person standing for you on Judgment Day, being your lawyer. Ain't nowhere in here. Ain't nowhere in here. That's a lot of piss of hell. That's why he said read it carefully. That's why he says in Isaiah 34, read it carefully. Then you'll be like, wait a minute. It's a contradiction right here. He said this over here, but they saying this over here. Wait a minute. Then you're gonna start asking y'all, hey, I'm seeing two different things here. What's going on here? He's gonna say, what he gonna say? Let's go. What he gonna say? What when he gonna show you? Like he showed me and others. I ain't the only one that got this information. I ain't the first one to get this information. The girl that I'm talking about older than me, I'm 50. Her daddy knew about this in the 90s. He kept telling her, you need to read the book. You need to read the Hebrew. You need to do this. They lied to you. The church lied to you. He kept telling her over and over and over again. And everybody started telling him he was crazy. Calling her daddy crazy. Because he read it for himself. Instead of letting somebody read it to him, he read it himself. My daddy was saying the same thing you're saying. But then don't you think you ought to get the book and read it and make sure to find out what he's talking about? You still ain't read it? You still serving? You still committing necromancy? After your daddy told you you was a kid and you older than me now? He told you and you still went to see what Paul, Matthew, Luke, whatever these other tart faces said. Instead of what disgust says the Most High Yah. You still ain't went to see what your daddy was trying to tell you. Threw the book down. And said this dude gonna be my lawyer on Judgment Day. When I just read to you that ain't nobody gonna be your lawyer on Judgment Day. And they're going to plead to him, he said. They're going to supplicate to him. They're going to fall on their knees and beg for mercy. And the Most High says, nevertheless, you will go to the angels of punishment. Now, what does it say here? First Enoch, chapter 104. What does it say here? He says, Enoch says, I know a mystery. That the sinners will do what? They will alter and pervert the words of righteousness. How do you get righteousness? How do you become righteous? The words that make you righteous is the law. They will pervert the words of the law. What's the word? What does the word pervert mean? Let's where my phone at? Y'all gonna learn today. Y'all gonna get the truth today. Pervert means what? To alter it from its original course. Pervert means to state a distortion, corrupt what is first intended. Enoch was told, I know a mystery, that the sinners, what sinners we talking about that gonna get burned off earth? Edom. So Edom gonna do what? Alter and pervert. They gonna do what? They gonna do what? They gonna corrupt it. They gonna corrupt the words of righteousness. What is the words of righteousness? Is law. You want to be righteous? The law. Blood don't make you righteous. The law makes you righteous before y'all. Well, I was baptized, and I was this, I was that. Bull, who cares? They don't do you good if you ain't following the law. You just took a bath. Says here, they will alter, they will pervert the words of righteousness in many ways, and will speak wicked words and lie and practice great deceit and write scrolls concerning their words. Are you asking y'all what is his words versus what is Edom's words? Hmm? Hmm? But now they got books and everything. I don't want to hear that. What did thus say the Most High Yah said? What? Wait a minute, they lied in our books? So King James is a liar? Oh my goodness, King James lied to me? Yes, the hell he did. He wrapped stuff in there to dump it long enough? Yeah. He took away stuff that should be in there? Yeah. He deceived, he altered it. That's what the Most High Yah told Enoch. He says, Enoch saying right here, I know a mystery. What's the mystery? The sinners, the sinners, the sinners, the sinners. Yes, thus says the Most High Yah. One of the fellows said, thus says the Most High Yah. One of the sinners will what? Alter and pervert the words of the righteousness. Who the sinners? Anybody that does not follow the law is a sinner. So if they are not teaching you the law, if they're not teaching you, thus says the Most High Yah, they are sinner and they're altering and they're perverting. So why the hell are you coming to me or anybody else and telling me what Paul, Luke, John, Mary, and Joseph said? I don't care. Because I'm here for thus says the Most High Yah. I'm here to tell you thus says the Most High Yah. I'm the vessel on which the Most High Yah is using. If you don't want to hear what thus says the Most High Yah, go somewhere else. It says here they altered it from its original course and its original meaning, and they're gonna stake to it a distortion or corrupt it. What is first intended. Most High said, I never taught human sacrifice. Never, ever, ever, ever. I will prove that he said it. I got 3 witnesses. Deuteronomy, I'm still in Deuteronomy. I ain't even got to Leviticus and Jeremiah yet, but I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to tell you, and you ain't got no more excuses for worshiping that wicked demon and his book. If you do it, I feel sorry for you on Judgment Day. He said, will you survive? Will you survive? Will you survive? I just want to slap some of you over here. Paul and all these folks. Who cares what they says? Now the Most High said, thus Thus says the Most High Yah said. What Yah said. That's why they want us to shut up and be quiet. Because I'm telling you, when a daughter of Zion open up her mouth and she feels the fire from Yah, we go all in. When the sons of Zion feels the fire, the sons of Jerusalem feels the fire of Yah, and they see it, and they open their mouth and they let Yah speak to it, ain't nothing can stop us, and that's why they hate us. You better read, Kings. You better read it. Solomon didn't stand in the temple whispering. He didn't need a microphone. Well, why you boisterous and loud and using your diaphragm, not speaking? I will not be quiet. Scripture says, don't be quiet till he show up and show out on that mountain. And y'all telling us to shut up and let Reverend Billy Bob tell you Billy Bob don't know nothing. Or he wouldn't be telling you to commit necromancy. It's against Yah's law. It's against his commandments. It says, then the Most High Yah said to me, they have done well in what they have said. He said they, not one person, they. Who am I talking about again? Your brethren. Like me, shall the Most High Yah, your God, establish for you. And the Most High says, to them you shall hearken. Them, not one person, them. But they wrote in that we should listen to this one dude that y'all keep calling Jesus Christos. This dude is not in this book. The Most High said, your brethren, they have done well in what they have said. Why? Because we telling you what y'all said. We ain't telling you what we said. I ain't wrote nothing. I'm not no prophet. I ain't psychic. I ain't no witch. I don't do divination. I don't do that, and I don't speak to the other gods. I only go straight to Yah. Well, I can't do that. Well, then your ass gonna die. Truth is truth. You don't want it, go on somewhere else. Go on, eat your pork and your scrimps and go on somewhere else and do it. Get up out my face. And stop disrespecting Yah. Thus says the Most High Yah. Stop it. He says, don't expand your mouth. Shut up. That ain't what I said. That what he said in Obadiah. Just don't expand your mouth. That would save you if you just shut up. Now you gonna keep expanding your mouth. How would we know? It says right here in this book right here that until the last moment amongst the heathens, y'all still gonna be doing wickedness. Y'all gonna stand himself on that mountain. The Most High said to Obadiah, and y'all still gonna be saying, and y'all gonna see him, and still gonna be trying to do what you doing. He gonna have to take you out to make you stop. I ain't saying what I'm saying what Yah said. Y'all said, told Obadiah, he gonna, in order to make y'all stop disrespecting him, in order to make y'all stop spreading the doctrine of man, he gonna have to take you out. Says here, he says, I will establish a prophet from them among their brethren, like you, and I will place my words in his mouth, and he what? Shall speak to them everything that I will command him. And it shall be that the man who will not hearken to my words, that he shall speak in my name, I will exact from him. So every time y'all sends a prophet who's speaking y'all's words, and you do not hearken to what y'all is saying, the Most High said, I'll get you up out their face. He said, I'm going to exact you away from them. I'm going to get you up out their face. I'm going to send somebody in your midst, and they're going to tell you, this is what thus says the Most High Yah said. And you don't hearken to the words of thus says the Most High Yah. He said, I'm going to get you out their face. I'm going to make you go away. This is what Yah said. I just read it to you. It ain't what I said. It's just what the Most High Yah said. What in your window do you got for that now? What excuse do you got for keep doing the wickedness that you're doing? No more lies. And the Most High told me today, he told me in my dream, in my vision, clean up my law in the mouths of these people. You don't want to hear no more excuses because the Most High is a righteous Elohim. And so on Judgment Day, when he's sending you to the angels of punishment, he will be right for doing it. Because I stood here today on this day, May the 3rd, at the time of 3:45 in the Mountain Central Standard Time or whatever side time you on, and told you what thus says the Most High Yah. So when you stand before him, you won't need no lawyer. You're being read the minutes right here. What the law is and how you violating it. When you pray to another God, a man who died, that is necromancy. Well, I need to pray through this guy to get to the Creator. Jeremiah 33:3 says, my name is Yah. Call on me, and I will answer you. Then what the hell are you talking about then? What are you talking about? There's no, my name is Yah, and this other dude name is this. Call through this name to me, and then I'll answer you. He didn't say that. He said my name. Call me. I will answer. He said, talk to me through somebody else. Ain't nowhere in here. My people know my name and what it means. So I've had somebody teaching that. We don't know what his name is. So you said the Most High Yah is a liar then? You said he a liar? He said, my people know my name and what it means. We don't know what his name is. What? Are we reading the same book? I asked. He told me. He reminded me. What did your ancestors used to say before they even knew what this was? Hallelujah. Then you know his name. If you ever said hallelujah, you know y'all's name. My people know my name and what it means. We were saying and didn't even know it. We were saying his name and didn't even know it. But we know now. You know now, don't you? Don't you know now? Let's keep reading. But the prophet who willfully shall speak a word in my name, that which have not commanded him to speak. Or who shall speak in the name of, what does it say right? What does it say right here? Who shall speak in the name of another God? This prophet shall die. They teaching you to pray in somebody else's name. And he said right here, you do it, you're going to die. Let me highlight it when I show it to you. If you speak in another God's name, you will die. I don't know how to make that any simpler than what it said. That's what it said right here. This is not AI. This is not CGI. Come on. What does that say right there? Screenshot it, flip it over, read it. Screenshot it, flip it over, read it. Screenshot it, flip it over, read it. No more lies. No more lies. No more deception. No more in your windows. No more what I thought and where when blah blah said. And the Methodists say this. And the Greeks say this. And the Catholic Church say this. And Billy Bob said that. Yah said, if you pray in another man's name, in another God's name, in other God's name, you gon' die. I don't know how to make it more plainer than you do. I need to say it in Spanish. Otro gente's name. Otro Dios name. Two muertos. What does it say? It says, when you say in your heart, how can we know the words of the Most High Yah has not spoken? If the prophet speak in the name of Yah, and that things will not occur, not come about, that is the words of the Most High Yah has not spoken. With willfulness has the prophet spoken it, and you should not fear him. Do not be scared of somebody who teaches you in somebody other God's name. Don't they teach you in the book, if you don't pray in the name of this other dude, that the Most High won't hear you? If you don't believe in the name of this other dude, that the Most High, but he just said straight right there, anybody else's name but my name, that equals death. I don't know how to make it more plain than that. Let's go to our next witness in Leviticus. You're forgetting this backwards in this book. Leviticus chapter 18. Let me see. What else do I need to read in here? Do I need to read more than that? I already tore one page in here. So we're going to be in Leviticus chapter 18 now. We're going to start. I would read all this, but I may come back to this chapter 18 of Leviticus after I prove that the Most High Yah does not condone child sacrifice. So we're going to jump on down to 21 in this book. So it may be 21 in your book. I'm not sure. It could be 22 or it could be 19 or it could be 20. But it's about Molech. It reads, you should not Molech and do not profane the name of your God. I am the Most High. You shall not lie with a man as one lie with a woman. It's an abomination. Do not lie with an animal to be contaminated. A woman shall not stand before an animal for mating. It is perversion. Do not become contaminated through any of these things. If you do what? If you present any of your children to pass through for Molech, then what? You are now contaminated. Says here, for throughout the nations that I have expelled before you, they have become contaminated. Why? They have presented themselves to animals for mating. They have laid with a man as a woman, and they have sent their children through the fire to Molech. They become contaminated by doing things. So the Most says, do not do that. That's the second witness that match Deuteronomy 12 and Deuteronomy 18. Let's go to our third witness, Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah. Keep forgetting it's this way. Let's go to Jeremiah 19. Let me see where it is. Starts in this one. So, in your book, I believe it's Jeremiah 5, but in this book, it is Jeremiah 4. And it reads, thus they forsook me, and estranged this place from me, and they burned incense in an other God's name that their ancestors did not know, and that their forefathers did not know, the king of Judah, and they filled this place with what? The blood of innocent people. They did what? They did what? Judah did what? Judah did what? They filled Yah's sanctuary with the blood of innocent people. This is right here in Jeremiah. Wait a minute. I thought an innocent person can die for your sins. That ain't what this says. If you do human sacrifice, that makes you wicked. Let's keep reading. The kings of Judah, they filled this place with the blood of innocent people, and they built high places of So who did they build the high places and fill it with blood for? They did it to Baal, not to Yah. Judah did this to Baal, not to Yah. But Judah gonna get the kingdom, right? Y'all ain't read this. Again, I reiterate, that new book teaches you about the Lion of Judah. You need to go look up Hinduism, where they get that Lion of Judah from. That's a Hindu god. Ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Y'all said, I am far from it. Isaiah 57, the Most High said, I am far from that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. He said, I see you do this. You think I ain't going to punish you? I'm going to leave you unpunished? That's Isaiah 57. For doing what? For worshiping a Hindu god. In his temple. In his name. I done forgot where I was at, y'all. Oh, the page turned over. And it says here, Judah. Hmm. Oh, I get it now. I'm going to jump up to 18 for a second. I'm going to jump back down. In this book is chapter 18, verse 9. Or one moment I may speak concerning the nations or a kingdom to build and establish it. But if they do what is wrong in my eyes, not heeding my voice, then I relent of the goodness that I had said to bestow upon it. So now, please to say to the people of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the Most High says, thus says the Most High God, behold, I am fashioning evil against you. I'm devising a plan against you. The Most High says this, repent now, each man from his evil way. Improve your ways and your deeds. He backed me up. Now I can go back down here. Let me read it again. So now, the Most High is pleased to say to the people of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying, thus says the Most High, behold, I am fashioning evil against you. I am devising a plan against you. Repent now, each man from his evil ways. Improve your ways and your deeds. Now let's go back down to where Most High had me. Over here. But he sent me over here for a reason. Says here, Judah, the kings of Judah, filled this place with blood of innocent people. And they built high places of Baal, at which to burn their sons in the fire, offering them to Baal. So human sacrifice is to Baal. That's not to Yah. Says here, which I never commanded, nor spoke of, nor even considered in my heart. Let's read it again, because I paused. Listen to what Yah said. This is the creator of the heavens and the earth. This is the creator who knows the beginning to the end. He knows everything. He said, I never, ever did this. He said, I never did it. He said, he never did it. He never did it. Never, ever, ever did it. We know what never means. Do I have to define that word for you? Let's find out what never means. He said, I never did it. At no time in the past or future, no occasion, not ever, not at all. The Most High said, I ain't dealing with that information in the back of your. No more excuses, no more lies. Somebody come to you and tell you, he sent this out of down because you gonna say, what you gonna say? Thus says the Most High said, Yah said he did. He ain't never did that. He ain't did it in the past. He ain't did it on no occasion. He ain't did it in the future. The Most High himself said this. He said, Judah, they filled this place with blood of innocent people. They built the high places of Baal at which to burn their sons in fire as burnt offerings to the Baal, which I never commanded, I never spoke of, I never even considered it in my. So that takes that lie out that he sent his son to die on the cross. He said, never. I just gave you the definition of never. Any occasion, no, not one time. Not at all. I don't know how to break that down even further for you. I don't know how to break it down even more for you. If you ain't getting it, you don't want to get it. Because see, some of y'all still wants to keep going out there, popping it like it's hot. Dropping it like it can't come, like it can't be brought low. It wants to keep kicking it with your hoes and your bros and your downloads. And so you need this excuse. You need this excuse so you can keep sinning. So you can keep living in sin. Because see, the law make you righteous. And the Most High said, the people who does not follow my law hate me. So do you hate Yah? No, I don't hate Yah, but then why ain't you following his law then? Why? This ain't dust test. Let me read it one more again. The Most High, the creator of the heavens and earth, the first and the last, the Aleph and the Tav, the everlasting to the everlasting, the one who knows the future from the past, beginning to the end, said, never has he commanded, nor has he never spoke of, or not he's ever even considered in his heart. What? To sacrifice a son to Baal, or sacrifice a son. He said never. Never. What does it say? Therefore, behold, days are coming. These are the words of the Most High Yah. When this place will be no longer called Topheth, the valley of the sons of Hinnom, but it will be the valley of killing, the valley of sending your children through the fire, the valley of human sacrifice that he said he ain't got nothing to do with. In this place, I shall make void the counsel of Judah and Jerusalem. Judah got count. Judah became void. So how's Judah teaching you anything? Why? Judah did what? The counsel of Judah became void because they committed their sons to Baal by the earth. Voided out the kings of Judah, but then turned around and then did it himself. Somebody lying, and it ain't y'all. You can believe what you want. That's the good thing about having free will. But this says, thus says the Most High. Yah said, I ain't had nothing to do with this. I have never even considered it in my heart. I ain't never said it. I ain't never spoke it. I ain't never taught it. No more excuses. He does not want to hear it no more. He don't want y'all debating over it no more. If you do not stop, what did he say? Do not expand your mouth. Don't expand your mouth. He said, do not. Are you going to what? You're going to burn with Edom. What does that say right there? I highlighted it for you. Screenshot it, read it. Screenshot it, read it.